My name is Tom Daly, and I'm going to be demonstrating signing on as a doctor and a nurse using VMview on Meditech 6.0. Right now what we're going to do is I'm going to sign in using a proximity badge as a nurse. Proximity badge is actually is tied in with Imprivata software, and it's a single sign-on solution. So the badge is going to log me into Active Directory domain. It's also going to log me into my application without me having to put in credentials. So start off my session by tapping the badge against the badge reader. VMview is launched. I'm logging actually into the embedded device, and then View Client is actually launching, and it's creating a session between the embedded device and a virtual desktop in the data center. I'm going to start my application. I'm going to get logged in as the nurse. My credentials are going to get passed through. And the Imprivata software is actually going to take me into the software to the place that I do most of my work without me having to click into it. Now set up my session with VMware, and I'm now logged into the application. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over to another computer and sign on as a doctor, doing the same thing. I'm going to use the proximity badge. It's going to log me into Active Directory. It's going to start my VMview session up. It's going to have my credentials stored for my software so that when I log in, I won't have to put in my password for the application. Okay. It's doing the same thing. It's logging me in without me having to put my password in, and it's going to move me into the application, the place where I do most of my work. It's customizable. Now the doctor wants to go away and move to another workstation. She can tap out, disconnect from her VMview session, and she wants to come over to another PC where the nurse is. Using her badge, she can tap out the nurse, and then she can log in as herself. It's going to, again, log me into the embedded device. It's going to start my VMview session up, and it's going to put me back in the session that I had over there. Now as the nurse, I needed to come in here. I could also tap the doctor out, and then sign back in myself. And I'll now get back my session that I had before. Now I'm back to where I was before. I need to sign out, disconnect and log off. This device will now be free for the doctor to come up to use. Doctor comes back, signs back in. Again, they log back into the embedded device. VMware View starts back up, logs me into the domain. And I'm picking up the same session that I had before. So now if the doctor wanted to move away, he can tap out, which logs him out. I come back over to the other device using a biometrics device. I'm going to sign into the application over here.
Nice VMware mouse pads. Good job.
Sorry about that. Didn't place my finger correctly. As you can see, it's going to launch the View client, get logged back in, and there's my session. So now I've moved from desktop to desktop. The sessions themselves exist on the virtual machine, so the sessions actually move to the different devices that are available to the doctor or the nurse. And that's the demo.